This is Dabu7. We have Trump issuing a threat, basically open in front of the whole world to Iran, when telling CENTCOM to unleash the gates of hell on the regime. We've had going on 8 days now of constant bombardment and pounding key facilities, a lot of key infrastructure, 116 communication towers wiped out by the U.S. military. Iran, in return, has struck a U.S. base in Saudi Arabia for the first time in 4 months. Iran also suspends the MOU with the U.S., declaring that the agreement is over, that there are no commitments and nothing will be fulfilled. So you're back to a clean slate. There's no talks, there's no nothing. This is all-out war. And nothing is getting fixed with Hormuz, obviously. They're actually threatening to shut down the other strait out of the Red Sea, the Strait of Tears. If they do that and make that move, the whole world that's ignoring this will have no choice but to pay attention, because everyone will be affected. The flow of absolutely everything will be shut down from this part of the world. So, on the back end, an alert put out here by the State Department. They're issuing worldwide caution. Americans, if you're out there in any of these places, like worldwide, like you're safe nowhere at this point. With all the violence in all the countries anyway, it's like take your pick at this point. They have brought people into other countries that would not assimilate to cause chaos all across Europe. And with pure war, they're dropping bombs just like Israel does in Syria, in Gaza, in Lebanon, in all these places. And they're picking a fight with Turkey now. So when this war's over, it won't be over, like some think, because they heard 10 years ago that Iran was the last on the list, but failed to get the update on what's going on. Well, it's not going to stop with Iran. And unless somebody puts a stop to all this war, it's never going to stop at this rate. And there's going to be big destruction here. But again, worldwide caution is the alert being put out here by the State Department, wherever you're going. Because the blowback is real. The fact that somebody out there that's just truly pissed off that the U.S. killed their religious leader and all that, something's going to go down. Something's going to happen somewhere. It's just the way that it is. There's going to be repercussions for our country dropping bombs and Americans turning the cheek, looking the other way. There just will be. And there's no running from that. So, join me for the live streams where I've got more time to cover this in greater detail. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, here on Dabu77.
Excuse me, hey. I will.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who will, and salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth. This is Brother Lahab coming to you with a quick lesson. All right. And like, hey, Dabu7 even said himself, this is not going to be the end all be all of this war. All right. If anything, it just got a little bit more heated, you know, because America has continuously bombed Iranian diplomats or people who are higher up in the Iranian government, or people that they were supposed to be at peace with, you know, during the time of when peace deals are supposed to be broken down, you know. That's the reason why America's being known as the great devil of the West, man. All right, and nobody's gonna want to do business with you. It's not only who you're at war with, but even some of their so-called allies, which America has no allies anymore. And China was once okay with America, but now they're not dealing with America either, man. All right, because they, you know, the fact that America owes them money, and America is still in its pomp and its pride, like all the nations are below it. But America's going broke. It's a so-called rich nation that's been getting over on people, but that's how it's gotten rich, you know. But sooner rather than later, the Lord is going to destroy this place for all of his wickedness. All your people that are confederate with you are turning against you. Yeah, this is Obadiah chapter, of course, chapter 1, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Right. They that eat thy bread, because all those that are in business with America according to this dead dollar, all right, they're only doing business for the time being. They're slowly trying to find a move from getting under the heel of America. All right, and once that digital system really does come into play, these nations are gonna have no problem destroying this place. Shall not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, right? Because the way that Edom's moving and maneuvering is not within wisdom. All right, here it is. You got the upper east of America, or the Midwest, being polluted with fires, and then you got the West Coast, really almost the entire nation of America. The water system's fucked. All right, but mostly on the West Coast. All right, amongst the Gadite nations, Esau's polluted, or he's using the water for an AI system. All right, where's the wisdom in this man? All right, and understanding out of the mouth of Esau. That's why everybody's gonna be glad when this devil goes down, man. All right, because what does it say in the book of Proverbs? This is how we know that the devil is in power. This is Proverbs 29 and 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And hey, just one question: is anybody rejoicing right now? All right. Even those that are getting high off life, they're enjoying the voluptuousness of this place, or on drugs. It even says that the strong drink shall be bitter unto them. So with that being said, all right, it lets you know the type of turmoil that America is in, man. All right, where the people are in an uproar. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn, and that's exactly the state that we're in right now. Because the Most High is about to destroy this place, so He's preparing the hearts of people to not be joyous, because the Lord is not in joy. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 6. It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hinders. Why aren't any going to hinder? Because when this devil was in power, or is in power now, look at what he was doing. He wasn't having mercy on people. All right. Please ask Lazarus, can he dip his finger in some water to cool my tongue? No, it's not going to be easy for you, because you weren't easy on the earth. All right. It says even the trees are going to break out in rejoicing, man. This man destroys the majority of the fruit trees. All right. He doesn't obey the land Sabbath. It's earthquakes all the time. The earthquakes are shaking your rulership out of place, man. All right. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yeah, the fire trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Right, you're bombing men, women, and children primarily, and I say that men, women, and children because of families. All right, you're not just bombing the soldiers that are at war, the men that are at war. You're bombing families in residential homes, man. Which is your MO. It's been your MO since the beginning. All right. When we were coming out of Egypt, you attacked the back flank where the children and the women were, man. All right? People who were a little bit more defenseless and weaker. Only a soft-minded individual would do such a thing, man. All right? Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. Right? You're about to go down with all the rest of those kingdoms that fought against you. How about Shimmy Shah? All the wicked kingdoms that you tried to bring back. You're going to be just like them. Dead man's bones. But, you know, I just wanted to chime in on that real quick. About to go ahead and get up out of here. Gonna end it off and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakodash, Shalom, and Abba Ball.